Okay, so now we're going to look at some date functions and how they are used. So let's look at year, month, and day first. If I wanted to extract the year, month, or day from a date field, we can put the column name inside brackets which have the date part you want to extract from the column. So in this example, we are showing the date broken down by year, month, and day. This is for the order date. And you can see in the output how it breaks it down then and creates a column just showing the year, or the month number, or the day number. So if we wanted to show today's date, we just type now, open and close brackets. But I want to cover dateDiff. It's another commonly used function that I would use quite often. And the syntax is just dateDiff, open brackets, and then the two columns, they both have to be date columns that you want to show the difference in days between. So let's look at an example here. So here we are calculating the days between the order date and the required date. So let's run this in MySQL Workbench. Before I run it though, I just want to show the way how you show today's date. So if we just write select now, open and close brackets, that will display the date now. And we can use this inside the dateDiff function if we want to show the days between a date column and the current date. But now I'll just paste in the query I showed you in the slide, and we have a dateDiff between the required date and the order date. So for each order number, we are displaying the days until they are required. We could also just show these dates as individual columns. So I'll just copy and paste them in. And then if we run that, you can see this order number 10100 required on the 13th of January, ordered on the 6th, so that is 7 days between. And what I could also do here is just change the required date to now, and that will just show the difference between the order date and the current date. Now this is 20 years, so it's going to be quite a lot of days, but I just want to show it for an example. But what we could actually do here then is divide that by 365, and then we'll have the years. So you can see here, if I just write divided by 365, it will display it as 20, just over 20 years. So you can also add days, months, or years from any date column using the dateAdd function. And the syntax just looks like this. So it's dateAdd, open brackets, and then the first input is your date column, followed by a comma, and then we write interval, and then the value in unit. So in this example, you can see we write interval 1 year, and that will add 1 year onto the required date. DateSub, on the other hand, will subtract days, months, or years from any date column. So it follows the same syntax as dateAdd. We just input the date column, interval, and then the value in unit. So we can also input our own date here. So you can see I've shown it as 2006, the 1st of January. It just has to be in double quotation marks. And then we're subtracting 1 year from this. So let's look at an example. Okay, so I'll just open up a new query here. And let's just show all the columns from the orders table again, because we know it has some date columns. So let's just keep all the columns, but we'll add more after it. So we'll add 2 more. We'll add 1 year to the order date. So date underscore add, and then it will be our date column, comma, interval 1 year. And then we will name it 1 year after. And we can add in another one, so we'll subtract this time. So date sub from our order date interval, and let's do 2 months. 2 month. We don't write the S, sorry. So 2 month. Close brackets. And we'll name that as 2 months ago. Okay, so you can see the two columns here now. So 1 year after the order date, and we have 2 months before. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And in the next section, we will start looking at our string functions. So we'll see you there.